Okay, let's start this up, and I'm gonna give the standard. I mean, I know I say this before every game, but if I gotta switch the camera around, if I gotta adjust the sound, just let me know. I tested before the stream. As you can see, I hopped into a game to see, but I don't know anything about this game. I mentioned previously, thank you for the recommendation by ZZ Fuzzy, but after that, ESP, Design, and other people have told me this is a great game, and they really, really like it. I've got streamer mode on, so it's going to change some of the music. I didn't do hardcore mode. I don't think we need detective mode. I'm just going to do my first playthrough here. The tutorial agent gives new players unsolicited advice. Untick this box to set some boundaries. I feel like I'd want tutorial. Yeah. Yeah, in any case, I don't know anything about this game. Completely blind going in. Did I detect it? So let's just hit new game and see where it takes us. I can be the thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people. Can be sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable. Physical. Friendly physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. That's me. Let's create our own. Average. I don't know. Can I play as a regular human bartender? Motorix. Motorix, huh? Intelligence, or intellect, psyche, physique, and motorix. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 attribute points. And be a genius. Well, let's see. What do I think I need to be a good detective? Probably gotta be pretty smart. And have some good emotional intelligence. Physicality is not necessarily a big thing unless I'm beating people. Seems pretty well-rounded. It's on this screen. Select your signature skill. Skill you select will gain a +1 bonus. Additionally, the learning cap for every skill of the same type will be raised by +1. What is this? Volition. Inland Empire. So this is hold yourself together. Hunches and gut feelings. Understanding others. Intimidate the public. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Okay. Charm men and women. Wield raw intellectual power. Call upon your knowledge. Practice the art of persuasion. Play the actor. Lie. And detect lies. Understand creativity and reconstruct crime scenes. Endurance. Take the blows. Shrug off pain. Flex powerful muscles. Go to party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. The body. Take control. Threaten people. And then you have hand-eye coordination. Perception. Reaction speed. Sneak. Okay. Picklock. Poker face. Okay. I think my kind of going towards... My psych's pretty good. Poker face. I think Inland Empire. Hunches and gut feelings. I feel like I get that in real life pretty good. Oh. Here's my signature. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water deep down, I didn't read it all fast enough.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Ever, never? Forever, never?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Alright, let's simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Okay. This is great.
Yes, it is.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Is this like me being born? I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion?
Oh, am I about to die?
Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
My Inland Empire. Success. Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
Well, then how small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
This duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Yeah, no kidding. That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You the loss.
That me? Oh, I sure am, Terry. I'm pumped, dude. Oh, look at that good-looking guy. Body type of a winner. This magnum-sized bottle. Wait, what did I got distracted by magnum size. I was thinking, here's my monster condoms that I use for my magnum dong. Cassette case, okay. Reel-to-reel tape player, rolling empty. Some pants on. Got that flare-cut trousers.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish
It
'em out.
says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key
Aluminium.
on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Open the door. Apparently all this narration is new. Like, this version of the game came out last month. New jackets. Pop that on. Disco ass blazer. Cedar pug. I'll check that out.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
I feel like this is what Joffrey sounds like in real life.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Swipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Abort. So I can just ignore my natural... Is it better not to know? You won't like what you will see there, and you will never unbecome it. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
There is definitely something wrong with it.
How bad could it be?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Alcohol. My tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
Sure, my nose is fine.
It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wipe the mirror.
Behold.
Oh my gosh, it's just a self-portrait. Look, it's me.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
Not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I don't want
Please
to.
promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
No one tells me what to do.
That's right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order.
Oh. So I can try to roll, I guess? Roll a 13 to dig deep into your mind, or electrochemistry. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Let me try it. 3%. Snake Eyes always loses. Double sixes always wins. Let's give it a shot.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Well, let's try the 3% chance.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay. All right, Terry. You have a good one. Probably for the next 3.5 hours. Going all the way. Chemistry. Oh. And my shirt. My shoes. Green shoe, left foot. Or the tape out while the song was playing.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Hey, what did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the size of the
It
impact.
is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
Okay.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Go get that shoe.
The cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Horrific.
Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Grab that tie.
You reach out to grab
Oh.
the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. This is bad.
No.
Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying.
Let's get the tie off
The
there.
blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
Alright, well, let's turn it off then. Okay. We can get out there and get our shoe. How do we get out to the balcony? We go
The
around.
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Okay. Something on the table. Some money. Low on morale, but points into volition. Nice little music. Yeah, let's get my shoe. My green snakeskin shoes. Withhold or on or wait to gain additional information before the conversation moves on.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet,
Reunited.
like 2 baby crocodiles.
It feels so good.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Like it.
Hello, officer.
Hello.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Class G, Miss Orange Disco Dancer?
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
She seems perplexed by your question.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Then why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you... You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
Takes another drag all this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Suggest try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. 28% check on that? Well, maybe I can do that in like... Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
Man, I think I have to. I have to try the expression.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again.
I said I want to have sex with you.
No, you see, that's not what you said. You said.
Unable to finish, consumed with laughter.
Come on, man. Freddie, please. One more time.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cup are you?
Superstar cop. I can no longer deny it.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
Means I'm a bloated old drunk with sideburns and disco pants. If I don't have a joke up my sleeve, it's on me.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Ooh.
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Didn't do it. Okay. Nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Okay. Calendar says it's March. The year is 51. 51, huh?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside.
Oh.
A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Swallow the emotion, I guess.
The door is closed. Still no answer. Still nothing.
Okay. I'm not gonna break into this chick's apartment. That's weird. Satirical newspaper, Trompe Le Monde. Okay. Need to do something behind Lieutenant Kitsuragi's back. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep. Okay. Whoa. Yes. Summer door closed for the winter. Where lyrics would be, it's a music stand. Big old karaoke mic. Music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard.
That's right.
Through a PA system.
Yep.
By other people.
Uh-huh. What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Thinking maybe I could sing something happy, get the crowd going.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Okay. What's up?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
So not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero.
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
It's I agree. Its dialogue is really good. What did I do?
What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
Guessing I didn't do any of those things?
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all that time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
You and he were buddies, weren't you?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm the pheasant plucker's son. I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes. No. Okay, water cooler, menu. Kitchen reserved for personnel. 1300. Mess hall reserved for union members. Let's talk to this lady.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
That's that guy. Man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with
On
a
the
tree.
counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Try to wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
I'm gonna steal his pills. I think I want to do that. I'm not gonna steal his pills. Bottle of rum.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Me.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Who is he to me?
He is your half-brother.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Invent a decent name for yourself.
Raphael
Oh, man.
Ambrosius Cousteau.
Oh my gosh. Very, very cool, but maybe just a bit too ostentatious.
You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk of your tie. Its slickness gives you comfort and reassurance.
Don't worry, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop.
Raphael Ambrosius Costello.
Yes, well,
Doesn't even process what you said and just moves on.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Yeah, just talk to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Mm-hmm.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
No.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
I wish. Maybe if I passed that check, I could have chosen that as my name.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
A dead body?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
The body.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Okay then.
He nods.
Right. Can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
This guy's kind of cool.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Let's get going.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Okay. Alright, dude. Got a little nuts last night, you know? Royal pinball machine.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yeah.
You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
As I said, I'm Detective Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay, hands us the slip of paper.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes?
I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
What if I ask him again? Are you the bartender? Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
Fine,
Extra
jeez.
fine.
Where's the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
How do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
All right.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
I can tell him I don't owe you shit, or I can just try to sneak away. Try to slip away unnoticed.
one moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
The lady in the wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she?
That's true. Yes. And it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him.
I think I know why we're flipping him off, but our only option left is fuck you, asshole.
Watch out!
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
We got the sea sucker!
I had an accident.
It was no accident. Those were disco moves from your spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
I don't know. That just comes off as a lazy effort at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk.
If it comes off like that, it's because it is. And you are.
How's it going out there? Are the tiny apes screaming about money yet?
Yeah. I think the tiny apes have started screaming.
Did one of these tiny apes have a pale green face?
Old woman appears out of the blackness. Pale green face? What?
It's a joke, sweetie. I didn't actually think you saw the kind green ape of South Safra in a hostel in Martinez. That would be ridiculous. Are you okay?
No. You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
I'm not very okay.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
What a nice lady.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square.
Alright, I can live with that. What a nice guy.
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
That's alright.
And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marvel Hill?
Why did you say that?
Let's see. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place?
Expression.
A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. I have to say it.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Sure. Hobo cop. Hang on. What is this? Sort thoughts by status. Temporary research bonus. -1 composure. Research time 4 hours. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides can be disheveled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again hear, "You're drunk. Why'd you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself." Downsides, are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Alright. I have 1 out of 2 health. Stuff. 1 inland empire. Oh, I could just WASD walk. Oh, I'm like stuck in the wall. There we go. Now we can run. Let's take off. Whip a pry bar to open a container I can't open. Save. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." What about this one? Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Okay.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I'm surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Okay.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? Yeah, that's exactly right, Joffrey.
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry, we are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Hey, we need directions.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
I'm looking for a dead body. You guys want to see a dead body?
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
Ignore it.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
Where am I now?
What do you mean?
I'm disoriented. I don't know where I am.
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
Okay, roundabout north in Martinez. So country Martinez, city of Revacol. Okay.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Let's just head north to the body.
No problem.
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I am working.
On what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
Okay.
There's discomfort She stops mid-sentence.
But
Well, as you already know, there's a corpse there, hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
oops.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Of course, I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with a canary yellow
Her
glove.
gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Oh, one more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Oh, thank you. Nice. Interfacing, nice. Good thing, Joffrey. Yeah, this game's neat. I'll be playing it again tomorrow. You have a good one. Catch you later. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surrounding. From the lorry. Jump jams. Popular music magazine. Last magazine, most able-bodied men. Okay.
Welcome to Revachol.
Revachol, racist lorry driver, announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly
driver.
what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Jeez.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Okay. I think option 2. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorryman.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Right, now that that's settled, we got a couple questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Officers. Beats him passively, with cigarette smoldering between his fingers. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples?
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Oh, I just barely failed that one. What was the argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist. That makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design,
So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Ugh. What's the problem with that then?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruders species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Alright. On here. Walking with the wrong worker ain't getting better. Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Alright, we gotta go get to that body. It's drag marks, hole in the fence. Ugh. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. This kid's ladder is rickety but climbable. Wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Why is that stench so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Do I do a 3% check to try to not throw up? Need legendary endurance for this.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Try to walk away. Man. Gross.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you.
I can't handle the headache.
Where do we get it from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Free teas. Go house.
Kuno's
Got this.
Boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
Moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
You see what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding at sea.
He wipes sweat away from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kids' siblings.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
What? Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Fair question for a
Alright,
kid.
entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The crime scene. You kids playing this often in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
The ladder, ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
You'd say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
It's in the greenhouse over there.
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
Well, the gardener used to work there.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
What do you mean by kipped?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
What about that body?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking!
What do we want to know, Kim?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Right, you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
How do you get up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
You didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where'd you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Night City, huh? You went all the way to Cyberpunk?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Have you seen anybody suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Jeez, these kids.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Jeez. Gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person?
The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Jeez. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's Kuno, help!
Answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Gonna punch me?
Pigs in air, Kuno! Somebody, please!
It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez. Are you high right now?
Help! Misters, help!
He prances around, eyes bulging out of their sockets, rolling hard, yelling at the
He's
wind.
having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing, Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Try to shut him down. Low roll, go big. I think I died. Did I just kill myself trying to punch a child?
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
So I'm guessing this is bad.
Very, very bad. This is the end bad. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face, like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Can't say I've ever had a game where I died trying to punch a child. Oh, talk to the racist. This lady again. Let me run through these. There's a quick save. Okay, let me run through these dialogues real quick again.
The RCM, we don't see. Of course. Of course. Oh, that.
She's relieved someone has come.
What do you mean? Yes.
He knows where we are. He just...
There's the pier, the
North is
Cape-side
the
apartment
pier.
buildings, some motel, the harbor gates, some kind of commotion, some shops and a bridge, the canal, just coast. It's just water.
Thanks.
No, actually, I think they call it the no problem. Me? I am what? I have a...
There's discomfort.
Well...
Don't worry.
She's a
Oh, I don't know.
pig. Is a...
No need to...
Okay. Well, of course.
Her gloves.
Sure.
You got the gloves. Let's go back and deal with Kuno again. It's annoying. Got bottles inside there.
The corpse look. You seem to be holding a cargo belt. Twists his.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
Turn away instead of vomiting.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
An exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46?
Is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
Pretty good at this, ain't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
200 kilograms?
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
400 million. 8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Same guys are going back and forth.
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Let's see. Light step number
A
41.
woman? Or a kid?
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
Got a heavy one there.
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Could have been an extremely obese person.
From here, the boot the victim wears.
Here, the lieutenant stops mid-sentence. A sudden change in wind direction blows the stench of rotting meat right into your face. He tries to continue.
It's bad. Very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again. The greenhouse plastic flapping in its gusts.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him. Are any of the other prints deep enough? Wind keeps changing. Are any of the prints deep enough in your opinion?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Point at the pine tree, point at random prints. What?
That's a tree. I think we're close to a conclusion here.
One of them is carrying.
Possibly, yes.
Aberration, one soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the old soul.
You have any ideas?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I'm not gonna make fun of him for that. Say anything, just not.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
Okay.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Yeah. That heavy-set guy, the racist.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
Okay.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
You know.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
Okay. Yeah. Since I already talked to Kuno, I'm just gonna run through the conversation again real quick. It's also omega annoying. So.
Kuno's got.
If they ever...
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
Jesus.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. The kid is obviously high.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do
Can't
it.
talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sound.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning!
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake! You should throw the rake!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? Shit, love.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's
If I were...
Kuno's probably...
Dude,
You ain't
already did
Kuno.
all this.
I don't mess or... Kuno gives this info out just a couple of...
Yeah,
Your
get lost,
Kuno's Kuno? Yeah? Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
He lays the names out there with pride and precision, like cards on a table. Right when he's getting distracted, there's a malevolent hiss behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's help!
Yep.
Help!
They're trying to
He's
rape
got the
him.
Kuno help! Everybody!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please! Help!
He's having the time of his...
He's flashing No one. Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't...
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
Kim, did you?
Yeah, we're all in this together! The Banani Poiko's losing it!
The lieutenant doesn't even shrug.
Help! The RCM is trying... No! Get off Kuno, you sick fat fuck!
Alright, I die if I fail that, so I'm just gonna back off.
Look, I know you wanted to hit me. You got that, I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he thinks he's established dominance over you.
Kuno turned
No,
you
I don't
into
care
his
about this
prison
kid.
bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
I'm leaving. Alrighty. Do-do-do-do-do. Can't go in there. Let's go talk to this gardener again.
Hello again, officer. How are...
Nothing new. Forgot about this racist guy. Oh no, wait. I didn't get to finish examining the body. I think I have to go throw up. Go take another look.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is in. The smell is repulsive.
Let it out, throw it up. See if we can go get some smelling salts.
You feel a great force ring until a pool.
It's okay. The hangover is clearly making... If you can handle the headache. That young woman, if she doesn't have any...
Do. Beer.
Hello again, officer? Sure. I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Nice. Give me just a sec, I'll be right back. Hang on just a moment. I need to get my health back. 2 health points is not a lot to work with. Items. Guess I don't maybe don't need to use it. I can just go back and try.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much.
Oh, man.
When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
The ammonia didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
What a nice guy.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Yeah, you seem fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too.
Oh man, can we do something else? I think I just want to solve something else.
That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
Alright.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Half an hour, 10:45. Got magnesium. I wonder what that does.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
The Inland Empire is really coming in handy.
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
It's a rip. Talking to this girl do anything?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Tenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel like something's in there.
What do you mean, feel?
Just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there.
Mm-hmm.
We get the lock open.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Fair enough. Alright, what's this chick gotta say?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step forward.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I want to ask you a question.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Of course, made me puke twice. I was wondering why.
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
Nothing else with these kids, at least for right now. Oops.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
It's called whirling in rags here.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Huh.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Okay.
Silence. No one answers you. Silence. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't
The police open the door.
No, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You hear the same waiting room music, but no one picks up the receiver anymore. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Bonking ring, athletes, and gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24-hour window?
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's fashion?
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
Slipstream.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Yeah, I've come to place an order.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
All right.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just I've been going through some tough times.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
Huh.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
You still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
Alright. Goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Alright, how about Fortress Accident?
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Oh, I can try this again.
No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Okay, well, let's take off. Oops.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit, pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there. I feel you, mail collection box.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Oh, I gained morale for being nice to the mailbox? I'm gonna talk to this racist guy again.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol? Every school of thought and government has failed. It's men like you who keep
come. I know, but you.
Silence. Your partner needs backup.
Okay.
Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I got your back. Let's try this option this time.
You two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant exhales.
Whatever you say.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boot.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick apples. Yeah, apples.
Oh, I
take
fucked
it
up.
you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Hey, let me see the soles of your boots.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern.
What's up with your soles?
It's Revachol.
Where'd you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
But why?
For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
Oh my gosh.
It
Stop
doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
What is this invasion anyway? Sounds like more immigrant
Hey
passion.
man, you know, there are all sorts of invasions. I thought we could rely on the cops. We're in this together, whether you realize it or not.
What's the argument all about?
It's about not the
What's
most
your
popular
love?
topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all.
You're
I'm not
racist.
people who've studied these things said that you open your eyes. Haven't you know the problem? The damn kips are showing a it's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows
Okay.
what might happen?
Instead of telling
if
him to go
people
fuck
don't
himself.
stay? Go right ahead. You may be a cop.
Lieutenant Kitsarage's stern expression. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Oh.
What happened? Did your balls shrivel up?
Oh man.
You had plenty of chances to get off this road, but no, you let this guy keep talking. Then, when the time came to make your choice, you tried to split the difference. Weak.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't realize I'd get like penalized for it. The game would yell at me for it, but told him to fuck off last time. Alright. We got some magnesium. Let's see. It's been 30 minutes. We could probably head back to the body now.
There he still is, looking right through you with his...
Okay, I guess we cannot. If the kids are no help, they're not going to be able to help me get him down. Figure out some other way around this. Is this the lieutenant's car?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Oh, it's calling our badge number.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
I'm in Delta 10. This is Firewalker copy. Hi, Alice. The officer from the 41st precinct. Nice to meet you. I actually think the second option's... Even though that's kind of a joke. I don't know, let's just try that.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Take me to the 41st.
Just a second, officer.
Okay. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Hi, this is me, here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
Status,
10-18, 10-20, over. 10-18, 10-20, over.
Just talk human to me, these numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
Need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Officer's lost his badge. Like I'm the first cop ever to misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh, goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Don't please stop saying lost his badge for a moment.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Shoot, I think I did lose my gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. Come on, the dice are with me.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
Oh, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
I need some financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
You don't even have a place to sleep
He
tonight.
says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said...
Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
I got a personal detail.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
Oh.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
This is good. I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Your name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Man.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
Alright, let's wrap this up. I'm not going to tell him.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
Yeah, startled Jean Vicmari turns to her and says...
What happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso-torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Okay.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to a civilian.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Guard, give you the number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Malaika?
Yes, hello?
Sylvia, I believe we met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Whoops. Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Who?
You know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words.
You need to get away from me?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
Yeah, I won't push you. You ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Alright, was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
You know who made the call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Hey?
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What does the Union have to do with anything?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
You mean?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Let's see. Kim, speaking the truth, the Union, the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
There's a limit to my authority then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, why did you push her? I mean, this isn't a question that makes a lot of sense. You just told us. I feel like I need to. Let me try it.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
Yeah, don't push her. She's probably gonna cry. I don't know. What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Alright, don't worry, I understand.
You do? What else can I do for you? Yeah, go on.
You seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
No, my badge is missing.
Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Kim doesn't have a uniform.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
See my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Hey, I showed you my gun. What
You
happened?
were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
What'd I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor soul was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Yeah, jeez. I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
What happened to the gun,
No
though?
idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Hey, what about my uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Does she seem angry with me?
No.
I failed
She doesn't have a problem
83%?
with you.
Damn it.
It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Sure doesn't mean.
Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag.
Man. Roll a 4. Man, I rolled a 4. Gee.
No. You're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do so without all this internalized misogyny.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Please no, I don't want any of those things. Refuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. You still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control.
No. What?
I know, baby, I know. It's just that you've got that sweet woman-child thing that makes men go crazy. Especially a man like Gart.
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
I've got a hunch your love life is about to take a very pleasant turn. Give Lieutenant a wink.
What? What is it?
You'll see, Lieutenant, you'll see.
Call was
when he
terminated
is.
by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to God now.
Right, press the button labeled save.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
He's still avoiding your gaze, and his ears glow red.
Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Oh, is that what it was called?
Alright, you don't want to get into this, no problem.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important thing.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone?
Okay.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. A metallic drawer slides out from under them.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do?
Grab the
Well,
pry
the
bar.
pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Grab the chain
The
cutters.
handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
And the flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation.
Okay.
We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Let's close that up. Go back to Gart, because the love quest is on, apparently. Can I go back in here? Who's this guy?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
And mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
You're under arrest.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occidents. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Can I have one?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, these lorries are pretty neat.
For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
Loran Bird.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Alright, nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Empathy. What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it.
Shoot.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Hey Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorriman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
Tell me more about the strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear.
Demanding?
Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Right, anything else?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his
He tries
eyes.
his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool
Man, I
exterior.
wish I could talk to this guy more. Hey, give me money.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
I don't know who those bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
That guy's cool. Unless he's the one who did the murder. Now I can go back inside here. That's weird. Skill points can also buy new thought cabinet slots or forget old thoughts. Interesting. Got a new skill point though. Power to influence yourself and others. Reason. Body. Move your body. Let's see. Volition. Seems to be using a lot of empathy and authority. And this one too. My suggestion's kind of poor. Items, thoughts, logic. Put a point into empathy. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, so I locked that in, leveled up empathy. Okay. Your shit is apart. And it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that'll help. Internalize mean. Is that like I'm getting my shit together? Is that what that's doing?
Can I help you?
So I talked to Sylvie.
God.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
Turns out she's a whore who likes to ride the cock carousel.
Wonderful.
It is. It's wonderful.
What?
Good Lord.
What does that mean? Cock carousel.
She rides the cock carousel until she's too old to ride it. Then she settles down with a provider.
Does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me?
What else do you need?
Yeah, she said she likes the cock carousel very much. So fun. Depict a carousel of cocks going merrily around.
He looks at you, spinning your arms, then leans on the corner and sighs. His head drops between the shoulders, heavy and defeated.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground with a broken wing. On the morning she left.
Oh no.
I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my arse.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. I think Sylvie even. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Broken bird feathers. This is all part of the mind fucked on the cock carousel. I don't know, how about... Maybe I broke it.
No, it was her. She's off to ride that carousel you told me about. Cock carousel. I understand now. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest.
You gave me some wine.
Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment. On my own.
And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? Another situation fixed by Dr. Love.
+1 physique, -1 morale by drinking some wine.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back
Mine?
yours?
No, it belongs to the whirling in rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov?
Kras.
Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Why did it say 9-day government and the word says 11? Mazovianism, encyclopedia. Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
No, wait. What if I am Krasmazov?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
Alright. What if I told you I am a hobo and I'll be rummaging through that trash?
Yes.
But I need those leftovers to survive.
Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problem.
We need those keys.
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Low on health, put points into endurance. How do I replace the health point that I lost?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Let's open it up.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon?
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll sell it.
No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings.
A cruel jest. There must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug. Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Oh, it's something larger, a clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
What this is?
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board. Secret task complete. Find your paperwork.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know either. You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. If some have fallen into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, bloodletting may well ensue.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Let's go into the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Ooh.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
Bag the
Guitar
trousers.
marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Wonder if it's the belt he's up there with.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Okay.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
You think somebody from the whirling might be involved?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
You'd ask the kids who put them here.
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
Oh, good lord.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Okay.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Right. It said breakthrough imminent?
Volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Right. Like I was able to get my shit together. Internalize me being a hobo cop. Check this.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Actually, quite a lot to read here.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
It was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Oh. Okay. Depicts a person of Sumerian descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. Oh. Seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique.
It's the legend found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Let's shake it.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. Blue. The blue heart.
Blue?
Don't look into it.
I open
With
it.
your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Let's try to open it up.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
slide it open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
You kill yourself, you asshole. Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns,
smell it.
Patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Tutti frutti.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading.
Harry.
I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
I bet you this is going to make me lose morale because it's like a long-lost love or something.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out, you're asleep behind me, it says. I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
I fall sideways. Did I have a heart attack and die? What?
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
What's going on?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Oh, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Thought gained white morning. Where's Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on. Poor.
Is that my ex-wife?
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Okay.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
All right, I'm gonna drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Hell yeah, dude.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the
makes me want
driver's
water right
seat.
now.
The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
Delicious.
What happened?
I should ask you the same.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
I came into contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Yep.
Good.
Go. -2 authority on that. I can just hold it. +2 to my inland empire. -2 authority. I got a lot of authority anyway. I think inland empire is the way I'm getting around in this thing. You know, it's still here. How interesting is it to throw rocks at a dead body? I can see a weird kid like him liking it for like 30 minutes, but the kid's been here hours. Look at this big guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Well, regardless, I got some questions.
Maybe
for
you should ask them the questions.
This
Like,
dude's huge.
why we're not allowed to
Matches
make
the
a
boot
living
prints.
here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
His name is Call Me Mañana. Where are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
Alright, I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. Or should I keep the official business close to my chest? Nope, I think it'll help.
I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Yeah, what is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
You're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is.
Why don't you just talk to him?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded, square wedge.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy
Strike.
cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Interesting. What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Corpulence? He wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. You looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but it might have been there. I don't really remember things well.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Okay. Interesting. You know what? I don't know why I didn't do this before. I'm gonna do this right now before I forget. Dumb face was cutting off some of the upper parts of the conversations. Okay. The lorries probably stored fuel here, now they store booze.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What about the backseat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Kind of stickers and insignia.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Did he throw away the mug and we got that now? Foreign card. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. Looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Oh, it's a lot of fun, Volfolak. Silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Felipe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Felipe II, the opulent, father of Felipe IV, the insane."
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Let's try. See if we can roll good on this. What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
I used to play an old, I think I mentioned this before, I used to play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas multiplayer, and the people that always got the complaints were the Estonians. It was the Estonians and the Croatians. There were, for some reason, a lot of them on the server I played on, and they were always the people hacking or doing weird shit. Oh yes, Fuzzy, thank you so much for the suggestion. I'm really liking it so far, and it won the vote. I put it on the straw poll, and there were a lot of people who seemed to be interested in this. And thank you for mentioning, I think the voice acting is adding a lot to it for me. I think they just added voice acting back in March, right? I think that's something you mentioned?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How do you manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
He called it the Sol Arum. It was obscene. It was only partial before. So none of this narration we're listening to now was there? Wow. Well, this narrator's a really good guy. Really good.
The man certainly knew how to live.
What about your necktie? Was your necktie voiced before? Wait, really? There's no way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
What now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie. A bunch of delicious nose clams.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
I'm gonna ask what I know what nose candy is. It's a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Cocaine.
Okay, yeah. Where's he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
And what happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
And who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I mean, I think that is pretty funny.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
All right. I now have 2 real, almost 2.5, and I need 100 to pay my tab. I'm running out of time.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why, though?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay. I mean, how do we know she doesn't have something to do with our case? Get a white tank top. If I was playing a more physical build, I could just start beating people with it. +1 physical conceptualization. Conceptualization. Beer, 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 beer. Minox, okay. Do 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 do. We can talk to Manana out here, right?
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head. What is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like him that much. I guess I understand why.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Tried talking to him?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles and realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Let's try to catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Ooh, I wonder if there's more like you completely miss if you fail to roll more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi picks up the coin and hands it to you.
Appreciate it.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
Alright, I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it?
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice. He didn't do it. It's the truth.
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Okay. Alright, what's behind the gates?
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Okay.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
That simple? I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Who's Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Right.
Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
For some reason, I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
I wonder if that would even be possible.
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
And has anybody tried converting to the worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Another thing.
Sure.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Case of strike, press button behind guard. Hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Okay. Say nothing and size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Hey, with the police, I need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
When this, what if Al-Ghul is like alcohol? Alright, you're right. I'm an alcoholic. I need to get into the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Alright, the race stuff is unimportant. I just need to help me do my job.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Koikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Let's try to appeal to that. You're right about all this, just need to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simenine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Jeez. I can try to subscribe to his advanced race theory. Find out a little bit more information. You know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Hey, well, you serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
And who are the Seminoles?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the Bay.
Okay, so you did not come from the islands.
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world.
Culture.
You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
I do want to ask about his tattoos.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Are you sure that I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Hul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sur la Clef and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Hul. That is the only reason you are here.
Let me try conceptualize. We got a high chance, although I did fail an 85% roll or whatever that was earlier. It might have been 84. Let's give it a shot. Blow the dice.
Go ahead.
Fuck, dude.
Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
I back out and try again?
That's understandable. Jean-Luc Measurehead is a sage and an intellectual giant of race theory. Who are you? Handmaiden of Al Ghul.
All right, Fuzzy High Five. Thank you so much for that subscription. I really appreciate that. Prime Gaming. Love it. Thank you very, very much. All right, What does Kim think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That'll be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Trying to knock this dude out is gonna get my ass kicked. Let me. Although I do want to see what happens. Auto save, quick save. Let me see what happens.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
It's been like a second. Oh, the wife beater. That's good. Right. Let's see. Wait more. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, we need every little bit of help we get. I was gonna say maybe since we failed a 72% roll, we will win a 17% roll.
Worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Fuck you.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't fucking say anything.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading.
Oh, I
to
just
your
have a
left
heart
arm,
attack. Or
your
heart
jaw.
attack. Heart attack. Help someone.
Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. Oh God, it's painful. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would.
Alright, fatal heart attack. Just like when I tried to punch that kid and died. Revachol is pronounced Revachol. That's spelled Orania. Lasia. Orania, Lasia. Can I try to punch him one more time?
Your has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Right.
How did this happen?
You must be out of your mind.
Alright, I'm a degenerate alcoholic.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Homoerotic? What? I'll take the L on that morale.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
But I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile
Is it really?
than it already is. Let's think of something else.
Oh, I kind of want to see it though. Knocking out this huge dude. me try it one more time. If we get it, we get it. If not...
Your raised descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You
It's
have
not letting me open the
really
pause
let
menu.
yourself go.
Oh no, there it is. See what it's like knocking out this big lug.
Your raised descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break.
Enjoyed the work call, by the way.
The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip.
Back up and perform a 360 flying spin kick. Ja! Oh my god.
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno, press the button.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
Can I loot him?
The man is...
He's still knocked out, okay. Wonder if this guy's interested that I knocked him out. Here, actually. Bing, 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 bing. Radio. Ume. Machine, file cabinet.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Yeah, huh?
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force myself to go through.
Whatever's
Hell
hidden
yeah.
here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Okay.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Another look.
Remember, Leo, all items on the list, the drawer slides.
Shut. Scarf. A Hardine. A garden. Typewriter. Every worker equals member of the board. Elysium. Hell yeah. Hold on. Some sick pair of glasses. +1 visual calculus, but -1 drama. Calculus. Losing 1 drama. Let's see. And democracy. Short on money, equip a plastic bag, collect bottles, and sell them at free. Okay. And go collect bottles and pay off my debt. Take this.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back.
Is that mine?
This is your cloak.
Hey.
You can feel it.
Bennett, I think this is mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
Think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, yes, I do.
Why did I even have to ask that?
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
The +1 spirit. Oh, +1 and then +1 shivers. Five on that, and then +1 shivers. What shivers? Physical? Shivers. I'll raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Keenly aware of your surroundings, okay. Rainwater barrel. Oh, I can zoom out, nice. That's what I was looking for, actually. Big machines and quiescence. White pine trees, printed, okay. Next were the cigarette butts.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Yeah, this is really sad.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
I'm gonna take a quick look inside.
If you must, But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera. The young man looks happy as well. He's about to smile. Right after this moment, frozen in time. You're sure of that.
It's a challenging success. Why am I taking his picture?
Why did you take that?
Yeah. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Gloves taking anything away. +1 interfacing with the gloves on. Let's go back. Wait, can I go down and around? Looks like I can't.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Allumer on, éteindre off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay. Ooh. Wonder if there's anything good in there.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
Inside the container.
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
Because of my inland empire.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Let's turn it off.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Okay, let's go take a look at it. Nosophed? Nosophed? Convulsion?
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Let me save real quick. No. No.
Yes?
Before you
there we go.
stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Balsam means whale fjord in Arden. There's something special about this container.
Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband in here?
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping
You
in it.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Let's knock on it.
No reply. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not...
Can I use... Can I use a tool on it? Equip these to open locked containers in the world.
You're back before the cargo container.
Is there a way to use? pry it open.
You're back before... The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Okay.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Okay.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
It's the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Alright, what's the local concerns?
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Yeah.
You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation?
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold.
Hold on, what's this about a coalition?
Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I'm done with this magazine. Dual wield these? This thing open?
You're back before the cargo container. No reply. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions. With you to your left.
Okay, so my crowbar, and that does not work at all. All right. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Ultra Series gloves, you get half light. +1 half light, which is a physical. Half light. Let the body take control and threaten people. It's a fight or flight response. Cool for high-strung investigators. Shoot now, ask questions later. Cops. Surprise haters. I think I'm doing better with... What's my other one? My interfacing. Interfacing is actually pretty good. Industrial sized thermos, smells like burnt coffee. What are you doing up here, buddy?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in its deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
This ought to do.
Hi, Enchanter, you champion. I thank you very, very much. High five, dude. Really appreciate the sub. And hello. What's in the container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
The borscht. It's a lot of fun. I'm not too far into it yet, but it's got great humor and the voice acting and the dialogue. It's amazing. What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
I've never had borscht.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
You brew it. Something's off about this borscht. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Looking for the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school, we did, when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. Just want to know where I can find the man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Where is everybody?
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Jean-Luc Picard?
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
About that.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Evrard telling them to take some time off.
Really? They kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
Okay. You're UB, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
I like this, Leo.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Now what are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. Try a tough roll once again. Blow on the dice. And...
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Oh.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Oh, it's all dialogue. I haven't done anything else except talk to people.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Aww.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Well, I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are all right.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinaise, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
If any harm comes to Leo, that person is dead.
Bye-bye now.
I think I'm supposed to be able to get in there, right? Alright. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and go call it there. Perfect. It's now 7 a.m. for me. Time to call the stream, get some sleep, and be back tomorrow. Very interesting game so far, and I can't wait to see where it takes us. So, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out and watching. And I will be back, like I said, tomorrow. Quick shout out, guys. Thank you so much. While I was offline, we had Frosted Ent and Suffrep following. So high five to you both. Thank you very much. And then Cute Cinder for the follow today. It is. I'll wave to you, Fuzzy. But ZZ Fuzzy and High Enchanter, thank you both so much for the subscriptions today. Really appreciate it, guys. Super, super appreciate it. So thank you so much. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Take care and have a good one. Adios. And if anybody's interested, please consider joining the Discord server and checking out my previously played games. I'll see you guys later. Take care and have a good one.
Pleasant dreams.